So let's go and create a pause menu. If we come to our UI and right click user interface, widget blueprint, user widget, and we're going to call it UI underscore pause menu, like so. Control Shift S. As per usual, we are just going to grab number one, canvas panel, drop it down there. And again, look, I'm just going to create a small pause menu in the middle here. So a lot of this is going to be very much the same as what we've done previously. So again, I'm just going to grab a vertical box, drop it in here, and then I'm going to center that, same as before, reset those, 0.5, 0.5, and let's make it 300 by 300. And we want to add some buttons, so let's just go and grab those, drop that there. And we want some text as well in our button. And so the buttons we want, first one we'll do, I think, is just a continue, so like continue game. And call that BTN. Continue. And that's basically just going to take us out. Oh, I just want to do that, don't I? Yeah. That's just going to take us out and basically close this menu and bring it back there. Let's give ourselves again. Let's go back to that one, yeah. And let's just have. So hovered, let's just make that a bit darker, and pressed will make it red again. You can make it whichever colors you prefer. Cool. So let's, the other one we want is to, well, we're gonna actually, for our button, we're just gonna duplicate this again. Once we've got them set up, the best way to do it is to set up your first button, and then you can just duplicate these as many buttons you actually want. So just go duplicate, and this one we're going to go return to main menu. So come to here and just go main menu and call this one BTN main menu. If we go to continue, let's, what else do we need actually? We probably want a heading here somewhere. So you can do whichever way you want. I might just do it the same way I did last time. We could put it in the vertical box here perhaps. I guess maybe we can do it. Let's just grab a text box, pop it down here, and it goes not where I want it. Let's put it up the top there. Nice. Get it centered, and let's just call this the pause menu. Give it a bit of padding. We can do that for each of these as well. Just add a bit of padding in here, so we've got something between them. 10. You can make this as pretty as you want. As I said, this is, we're really focusing on the sort of practical stuff of getting things running here, so I'm not too worried about how it looks at the moment. Again, I could also add a background, so it's probably good to grab an image there as well. This time, I'll pop it up there. It was the same as last time, but we're just going to make it a bit smaller. Put it there, so it's in the background. Centered as well. So we set those. And 0.5, and let's make it kind of similar color, I guess. Darker, like that maybe. And just going to drag these out so they're here this time, so we have them at the edge of our vertical box. And we're just going to drag this out as well. Like so. Fantastic. So that's going to be our pause menu. Compile and save. So if we wanted to do something, well, number one, main menu, I guess, the first thing we can do, just get rid of these for a second. Click on the green plus down the bottom here. And really, we're just going to open up our main menu. So open level by object reference. And we want to open up our main menu 2 level. Fine. And then we also want to go to our continue button. We're going to have to do a little bit more here. Just going to set it up first. On clicked. So we could just do okay, that's not going to, okay, we're going to have to put that okay, we're going to have to handle that elsewhere. I'm just going to delete the on tick here again as well. So at the moment the on clicked is, let's just do this. Oops, print string. Unpause. Pressed. So we can see something. Okay, nice. So I guess the next question is, now let's have a look at what we've got. We don't want the menu level. We're actually going to be in our other menus here. So, sorry, in our other maps. Let's go to, at the moment we're just using our tutorial, our previous tutorial map. And let's just have a quick look. I think we don't actually have anything in our first person game mode, if I recall correctly. We don't, no. Right. So look, we've got a couple of options here. If we wanted to, we can go and set up we could set up our first person character, our game mode, etc. for our game as well. We've got them here. We can use these or we can create new ones. So I might just use these, but keep in mind you do have the option of creating a new one if you want to. So I'm just thinking, so what we want to do, we want to set this up so that it's going to provide a pause menu for this basic level. But we're going to create another level as well. So we want to make it so that I can very easily, I don't have to go and redo any code for the pause menu to work in my new level. So the question is, we have these different classes that we're using here. So we've got our first person game mode, we've got our first person character, and we have our player controller. So I think the player controller is probably going to be the best one. Now I think we might need to set up a player controller here, because I'm just looking here and thinking this is not actually this is just a basic player controller. If we click on the browse to asset, I don't think it's going to go to anything. So let's create a player controller, because we need one of those. just come back to our game BPs. So at the moment we've got our main menu player controller. So let's just go to blueprint class and player controller, and let's call it BP game player controller. Cool, that's what we want. I think that's going to work. And what else do we want here? Look, actually, what I'm going to do, just to make it straightforward, let's go and recreate all of the. We'll create what we're in. So we need a game mode, and we need a first-person character. I think I'm going to keep this first-person character. Actually, I'm going to use this one, but we will create our own new game mode. So let's just go and create another blueprint class, base it on the game mode, and call it BP game mode. So game just is essentially saying that this is for the game, whereas this one is for the main menu. So these are two different game modes we're using. So save those, open this up, and I want this to use my player controller. So I can select it here, come down to my player controller class, click on use selected asset from content browser, like so. And I think for now, at the moment, I think we're just going to use the first person one. So if we come back down to our blueprints class here, I'm not going to create a different one of these just at the moment. So we're just going to go default pawn class, BP first person character, that one. Right, so now compile and save. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause here, and in fact I think I'm going to recreate a copy of this level because I don't want to destroy this level, make it so that you guys can't actually come back and see it. So I might make a new level or copy this level, and we'll start editing it from there. So I'll be back in a second.